Day 550 Day of Russian aggression Strait of Ukraine, the situation at the front. Today, we received numerous updates from the Tokmak region. Following the complete domination of Robotyne by the Ukrainians, they quickly set their sights further. Their primary aim shifted to the next village in the sequence, Novoprokopivka. Interestingly, the quickest route wasn't necessarily the most direct one. Russian troops had fortified the region between Robotyne and Novoprokopivka. Ukrainian forces conveyed that they were neutralizing Russian soldiers using both regular and cluster munitions in significant quantities. A soldier from the 24th Assault Brigade highlighted that Russians reinforced with about 60 troop trucks daily, making their casualties in this narrow frontline segment staggering. Given the strategic implications, it's understandable that Russians are desperately defending these trench zones and constantly target Robotyne to deter the Ukrainian forces from amassing for a significant assault. Verified visuals confirm that bombardments are routine, with some suggesting that Russians carry out as many as 8 raids daily. However, the Ukrainians threw a curveball by attacking from an alternate route. Due to the persistent bombings on Robotyne's southern region and relentless Russian countermeasures, the Ukrainian leadership realized that pushing forward here would be excessively costly. Pretending to attack near Robotyne, thus fitting into the Russian narrative, Ukrainians subtly gathered their forces in the wooded areas east of Robotyne. As they reclaimed vast lands, the Russians remained oblivious to this significant troop buildup until it was too late. The Ukrainians then initiated their move southward, parallel to the Robotyne-Novoprokopivka trajectory, making notable progress. It wasn't long before Russian visuals emerged, depicting their artillery targeting Ukrainians over 2 kilometers from prior positions. The swift Ukrainian progression in this zone is straightforward to understand. Observing the terrain map, it's evident that they entered valley regions. While this put them at a tactical disadvantage, the Russians hadn't sufficiently fortified the area to decisively fend off the Ukrainian onslaught, relying heavily on minefields. The Ukrainians innovatively counteracted this challenge. With daytime temperatures soaring, metal objects, like mines, retained more heat than the surrounding soil. Hence, deploying drones equipped with thermal imaging during daylight, Ukrainians mapped these mines. This technique pinpointed paths with minimal or tightly packed mines. Subsequently, they dispatched demining tools to establish safe routes, traverse these minefields, and engage Russian defenses. Additionally, they enjoyed a broader operational scope since Russian artillery remained preoccupied with targeting Robotyne's southern segment. Continuing these strategies over several days, Ukrainians neared Novoprokopivka from the east, commencing their first village attack. Just 2 days prior, Russian communications indicated that their 56th and 108th regiments had conceded pivotal eastern village spots, making Novoprokopivka's capture imminent. Although certain Russian outlets express concern, it's premature to declare Novoprokopivka as captured. Yet, in recent days, Ukrainian operational zones have expanded southwards by around 4 kilometers. If the Ukrainians solidify their position within the village, pushing the Russians from the western front, the Russians will inevitably lose grip over the northern trenches and fortifications of Novoprokopivka. More crucially, this allows Ukrainians to access the second defensive layer over a 12 km stretch concurrently. This scenario spells trouble for the Russians. They'll need to disperse their forces uniformly, making them vulnerable. On the other hand, Ukrainians just need to spot or generate a breach and infiltrate. Once inside, they can encircle and overpower the defensive line from 3 angles.